What's interesting here is what some see as a great opportunity, others see as just simply an impossibility. It is a stark way at looking at life in the Bay Area. Marianne Marino lives in a studio apartment at the edge of the Tenderloin in San Francisco with her 22-year-old daughter.
It was the only thing we could afford. We relocated back here in 2018.
She says living in the neighborhood has taken a toll on her health.
You just heard the sirens go by, right? It's very difficult to work at home with the outside noise, whether it be sirens and horns, people screaming.
Declining rents gave Marianne hope she could soon move. The rental listing site, Zumper, said in its July report that rents in San Francisco fell nearly 12% from the year before. Mountain View and Cupertino each saw year-to-year rents plummet 15%. In San Jose, rents dropped 8%. 2 months ago, Marianne began looking for a new apartment. She flirted with putting down a deposit for an apartment in this high-rise near the Embarcadero.
We were going to really immerse ourselves into a higher rent, and then we talked ourselves out of it.
But the landlord suggested she keep checking back. The rent dropped $550 to $3,200 in 2 months. She took it. Her apartment on the 19th floor will have views of the Bay Bridge and the Embarcadero.
Sir, honestly, we are beyond the moon excited. We can't sleep. We're so excited.
Her landlord even threw in free parking. Tenant rights attorney Jacqueline Ravenscroft says some developments are offering 1 to 3 months free rent.
Newer developments, kind of the quote amenity-rich developments, usually these are centered around downtown, close to tech areas.
Some, although not all tenants, already in longer-term leases, have been able to negotiate lower rents.
The bargaining power for tenants is still pretty strong right now.
Unfortunately, too many tenants can't afford to pay their rent at all and live in fear of losing their homes. Tenants Together offers a free renters hotline.
And our call volume has obviously, it's been through the roof since the pandemic started. We always have a little bit of a backlog, but we're really working furiously to get through a backlog right now.
She says some landlords have tried to coerce stimulus payments from their tenants. Singh also accuses others of increasing rents during the pandemic, and some have even illegally locked out their tenants.
Both of these things that seem contradictory, that some tenants are finding themselves in a buyer's market and some tenants are finding themselves even more exploited than they were before. They seem contradictory, but it's really about, it's about income inequality.
Rents are not going down everywhere. In Oakland, they're up 4.5% over last year. In Livermore, get this, they're up 15%. The big takeaway from all of this is negotiate your rent. I know it seems very hard. It seems difficult. It often seems like the landlord holds all the cards, but they don't. Always try to negotiate.